Okay, so we finished step one, which was prepping and cutting the vegetable up. We're ready for step two, which is to cook the vegetable. Basically very easy. We're just going to combine it with a liquid in a saucepan and be able to put it on the stove and go ahead and cook it. Now, there's a couple of options that you have here though. The first of those, let's talk about your options in terms of what liquid are you going to cook in. And that can be just water, but that can be not so very flavorful. So I often recommend that why not use a broth. If you're plant-based, vegan, vegetarian, some great options. One is a mushroom broth. This is Pacific Foods. This is Imagine's vegetable broth. I like both of these options because they do not have any natural flavors and they're pretty low on sodium. So those are really two really good options there. If you eat meat, there's of course regular chicken broth and vegetable and beef broth that you'll buy at the store, and those are good, but I have had trouble finding maybe only one variety out of 20 that doesn't have natural chicken flavor, natural beef flavor, that kind of thing in it. So that's why my choice is bone broth. And you're going to get a little bonus video with this series that shows you how to make bone broth because it's so easy. And can I tell you, it is so richly delicious. I'm always trying to get people to use your bones to make bone broth because it's so easy and it's really cheap. Instead of paying $3 or $4 for a quart of really good quality broth, you get this for free from bones that you otherwise throw away. So we're using that food waste yet another time. So those are some of your options in terms of the cooking liquid. You also have an options in terms of how you're going to cook it. Are you going to cook it on this stove top, like say in a saucepan with a tight-fitting lid? Or I've got my crock pot back here, and a lot of times I use that when I'm going to cook something and I've got some time. I can just plug it in and leave it, half a day, all day, and then be able to go on to steps 3 and 4 at the end of the day. So those are some options there. Then you also have some options in terms of vegetables. And I told you we're making a broccoli one, so that's going to be our main thing. And if that's all you want to do, just dump it in your pan and away you go. And let's go ahead and do that right now. But in addition, for instance, I made a kale salad, so I have a few kale stems left over. And I'm going to go ahead and include those. I also have one of those tough outer stalks of the celery that might not be that great eating it just raw. But it's really nice in one of, I'm going to just move that, it's really nice in one of these soups because it kind of adds a mild flavor that balances out things like kale stems and broccoli stems. And of course, if you have any bad spouts on it, like there was a little bit here, I just shaved it off with the vegetable peeler. If you want a little sweetness in your soup, a carrot can be a good addition. If you want it to be a little thicker, adding some diced potato can be a good addition. With all of these though, what you want to be thinking about is having your pieces cut in roughly the same sizes. And that's true whatever your cooking method, as long as things are in equally sized pieces roughly, then they'll cook in the same rate as well. And I forgot to mention that I'm also including some of the celery leaves, which are very flavorful as well. So we'll go ahead and cut those up. And I'm going to not put in the carrot and the potato this time, but feel free if you want to do that. Or another thing that you can use to thicken is after the soup is done, add some cooked brown rice to it. And a lot of times here's your part of your celery that we often throw away. Oh heck no, that can go right into our waste not, want not soup. So now I've got quite a bit more vegetables, and that's okay. A lot of times you get a lot more flavor the more different kinds of vegetables, within reason. You don't want to get too crazy. So now let's go ahead and I'm going to add my bone broth. I told you that I use a ratio of maybe, say, 2 cups of vegetables 1 cup of vegetables, 2 cups of broth. And this is 4 cups because a mason jar has 4 cups in it. So this is about 4 cups, and I have about 4 cups of vegetables. And to tell you the truth, I think that is adequate. The thing is, I could put more broth in, but why not wait, cook this, blend it. If I want a thinner soup, then I can always add more. But if I like a thick pureed soup, then I've got it just right with a 1-to-1 ratio, 1 cup of vegetables to 1 cup of broth, and in this case 4 to 4. So good, so we'll go ahead and cook that, and it's important that you're using a pan that has a heavy bottom so that it won't burn, and then a tight-fitting lid. We'll put that on the stove, bring it to a boil, and then reduce the heat and simmer it. It will probably take at least 30 minutes to 45, depending upon how big your pieces are. To find out if it's done, what you'll do is take a look at it, stick your fork in some of the bigger pieces and see if they're very tender. Because what you're looking for is you do want them pretty tender, because we're going to blend it up in the blender. And it's nice if the vegetables are really cooked through, but you don't want to go so long that they get mushy. And that's one of the things you need to watch out for with the slow cooker is that, cut the pieces actually a little bit bigger when they're going in the slow cooker so that by the end of the day they'll be tender but they won't be mushy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on and cook it, and then I'll be back to show you the next 2 steps, which is to blend it and then season it.